Welcome back. This is your host, Jack McKeag. We're going to talk about today why and how we guarantee to beat any foreclosure seizure anywhere on earth, okay? In America, I'm going to go over that too, okay? People say, oh, well, how can I, stop foreclosure, right? And get this whole paperwork thing sorted out with my house and get rid of the mortgage. Okay, yes, we guarantee you will be successful doing that using our methods. We guarantee it. Okay? And this is how it works. The Bulletproof Trust, you get that, you get an EIN, you open it, you're operating that. Okay? Great, you have a trust. All right? Then one's going to, use a quitclaim deed, right? And you're going to put the house that say you own personally in the name of your person, right? You're going to put that house using a quitclaim deed into your trust instead of your person, okay? It's a one-page form, and then you go down and you record it against the property. Yay, okay. Now the trust owns that property. Your person doesn't. Okay, that's done. Now, even if down at the courthouse they were to get a foreclosure and tell the sheriff to come out and steal your property, okay? Even if the sheriff and SWAT and all the police and the Army and the Navy and the Air Force and everyone shows up with all their bombs and guns and everything, God will freeze them in place so they can't use any of that until they leave. Okay, that's happened in 100% every single time everyone's done it, okay? It's not possible for, people with guns and stupid little things they made to overcome God who made them, obviously. It's so easy. Okay, so that saves the trust saves any property. So you get the trust and you put a notice on your door. I'll give you the wording to that, okay? And then they can't cross the threshold. And I went over how that occurs, why it occurs, and so on in this video that I made called Passover. Okay, it's totally, God created this place and the way it works, and he told us how it works, and so I'm simply following those rules. Okay, that's good. Now people have had questions, what's next? Okay, I'm going to go over next. Now, the property is in the trust name, sorry. So you can go over, right? You're down there where you put the quitclaim deed in, you can ask them at the same place, right? How do I take, this property is now owned by the church, right? A church, so it doesn't have to pay any property tax anymore. Where's the form I fill out to get this removed from the tax rolls and have it a zero property tax interest location? You ask whoever's working there where they record that stuff, and they give you the paperwork and you fill it out because the trust owns it. And no more property tax forever, okay? Because the trust owns you. You just recorded a document that says that. So now do that about the property tax. Okay, that's how you start, okay? Then you're going to get, okay, because see, 100% of the time otherwise, right? Every debt is collected illegally by every bank everywhere on earth. But on the United States, right, we know, when you go into a bank and you sign some papers to get a quote loan, does the bank ever sign? No. So there's never a contract. It's always a hoax. It's always made up. There has to be a meeting of the minds. The bank never signs. It's just a hoax. You signed. This is a unilateral agreement on your end. You could just terminate it. I'm not paying anymore. You didn't sign a contract with them, so it's up to you. You're the only signature on there for your person. So end it. Simple. Okay, but then they don't honor the law, right? If you were to ask the police if they could recite any law, see, they're supposed to know the local laws, right? The county, like the city laws, the county laws, state laws, federal laws, and international laws. Police are supposed to know them so well they have them fucking memorized, right? And they're given a gun to murder anyone if they break those laws. That's how well police have those things memorized. They're smarter than lawyers, because lawyers have to go to school an extra bunch of years, and they get to, talk about what laws mean in court and see what they really mean. But they're not smart enough to be given a gun to murder anyone on the spot if they break the law, but police are, you see? Law enforcement. So obviously they're not law enforcement because they haven't memorized a single law. They're not law enforcement. They don't know any laws. It's fake. They work for Satan, okay? They don't follow laws. They follow orders. They're not law enforcement, right? They're paid assassins. That's what police are, nothing else. They never have been anything else. They don't know any laws, so how could they enforce laws? So obvious. Okay. So those are the individuals, right, that are going to come by to steal property, and they get blocked. They can't do it. God knows they're liars, knows they don't follow laws, and God is all-powerful, and governments and government employees, police, have zero power. When you start using this trust, they have no power. They physically can't touch you. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? So then, yay, for the first time ever in history, they can't seize any property. Yay. So now, good news. Now they can't seize the property, right? We're going to go use the debt savior program against them, the debt savior system, right? You can get it on Liberty Aid, and you can get it, the trust, and okay, where's the debt savior? Okay, it's on here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's over here. It seems to be needed to be added here. So anyway, the point being that, see, now the debt savior stuff, they can't seize the property, so it's all downside to them. Do you see? You're going to expose everything. They don't ever sign anything, so they collect every debt illegally, every lender, everywhere. So see, now you've caught them in the act, and it turns out they owe you the full amount because they're trying to collect it illegally, right? You owe $100,000. Do you have the paperwork to prove that? No. You still owe us $100,000. Well, now that doesn't work that way. There are consumer laws in place to block thieves from trying to steal from people. These are thieves trying to steal people. They don't have the paperwork, right? So now you use all the laws and all the government employees, right, and all the different law enforcement agencies, local, state, federal, there are all these systems in place to block illegal activities. So you simply apply them to the bankers. And it's not 100% free, but it's pretty close to free to use the system in place, you see? So that's how you end up beating them. Of course, anyone can, never pay a mortgage again starting today and have their property forever. That's the trust, okay? They'll never seize it. It's impossible, as many people have proven. But now the second part about, hey, but I want to sell that property sometime. I want to, whatever, okay. Well, you need to, clear up the paperwork issue. That's the second part. They're not going to seize it from the trust. Great. But now use the debt savior work, right, to expose them, to block them, to bring pressure to them, to make it so they have to spend so much money on lawyers, right? The legal fees eat away at what? The money they're never going to get, because usually in every other case in every country, they just steal the property and resell it. They make money. They don't care. You see, so that if they have to pay some money on lawyers to steal it from you, big deal, right? But now the thing's flipped. All the money they spend, they can't get any money back. And they can't get the property, not ever. You see, that's how simple this is, okay? If you get this stuff and you apply it, if you get the trust, you get the debt savior stuff, in 100% of the cases, it's worked. 100% of the cases, okay? It's flawless. They can't overcome God. It's so simple. And they made these laws, so you just follow them. It's so fun. It's so easy. There's nothing to worry about anymore. Okay, I hope that clears that up for a lot of people. I've said that to a lot of people on the phone and stuff, but I just need a video. Look, this is how it works, okay? So Hopefully this worked. All right. All right. 100% success for everyone. Okay? Why pay a mortgage? Why pay them property taxes? It's stupid to. All right. God is great. Satan has no power.